script up that they provided because they've been a decent team. Thank you.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, Airshow
So to start
fans.
off
We
the
are here
display today,
today at
if you
the
look off to your
2025
12
Salem
o'clock,
Airshow.
the team are going to be
So
running
far, our
in
stream today is going to be
any second
3
now
hours, hopefully, or it
in
might be a bit longer. Depends
formation
on the day, but we
of, I
are starting off
believe,
very
3 Griffins and
strong.
1 F-35, if I'm not mistaken.
The
Don't
commentary
quote me on
has
that, though.
started in the what's it called again? The ACA Discord. So if you are tuning in from there, you should already know.
Right, and the stream is up and running. So, ladies and gents, off to your 11 o'clock. The smokes come on with a lot of different aircraft there.
Starting off with F-35
They
and
are
a few other
operating off
jets
there.
accompanying it, red, white, and blue. It's a beautiful day. It's currently 10 a.m.
So now
Winds are
on
a
to
bit
the
strong at the
actual
moment. Winds are
demonstration of this slot. The Saab
267 at
Jas
9. I'm sorry, at
39C Griffin,
18 knots. So it's a bit strong today.
courtesy of 211 Squadron Czech Air Force. So off to your left, running in for the first manoeuvre, when I can spot him. There we go. There he is. So off to your left-hand side, running in now at about 600 feet. The 211 Squadron Jas 39.
I would like to welcome everyone to the stream and the chat for joining today's stream. We haven't streamed in a long while, so I'm actually pretty excited for this one. And we are not wasting any time on this show. We're not having any
So the
delays. We
Jas
started off
39
right on the hour.
is a multi-role fighter aircraft manufactured by the Swedish company Saab. And that is the same one who made those really awful cars in the 90s, before you ask. The Griffin has a delta wing canard configuration, which is quite common across a lot of European-style 4th gen fighter jets, or 4.5 gen fighter jets, that we will see today. And the interesting thing, compared to a lot of the other 4th gen aircraft developed in Europe, the Jas 39 has only a single engine, which was, funnily enough, manufactured by Volvo. And from the left with a nice slow roll there with the cool burners on. Really get a sense of the ripping line on the aircraft. And you can thank Aidan for those absolutely lovely sounds. So, in 1979, the Swedish government began development studies for the aircraft, and they wanted it to fit the role of fighter, attack, and reconnaissance. I'm not going to pronounce the Swedish version of that because otherwise you'll all laugh at me. The aircraft was manufactured to replace the aging Saab 35 Drakens and the Saab 37 Viggens in the Swedish Air Force. In from the left. Not the left, the right. What am I on about? As well, the Jas 39 has seen a very large range of developments over the year. If you were at RIAT last year, in 2024, I believe the Swedish Air Force brought one of their E variants to the show.
Such a beautiful thing. Look at that, spiraling downwards. So while we are here waiting for a bit, we're just gonna go ahead and dive into today's schedule and the displays that we have. Hold on one moment, please. Let's see. So I believe there was a few things changed up for the first set of performances.
So I suppose a little bit of info about the other operators of the JAS 39 across Europe.
I
There's
heard that.
quite a few of them now. Not just across Europe, it's also in use all across the world, even as far as Brazil and South Africa, which is quite something. But now in a very, very slow pace. So as he kicks the burners on. So the different variants of the JAS 39, it was originally introduced as an A and B variant, A being the single-seater, B being the two-seater variant. And they were introduced with the Swedish Air Force, as you would expect for an aircraft made for Sweden. A number of the A variants have since been upgraded to C standard or converted to the 39D, which is the two-seater variant. These were later all developed into the C variant and the D variant, and later the N, G, E, or F. The aircraft we see here is a Charlie variant, which is the NATO compatible version. And the first variant, the first airframe of the C variant was delivered in, I believe, September 2002. So it's been around for a few years.
And we have Mark in the chat saying hi, hello, welcome to the stream. I love the howling sound of that jet right there. Also about the Gripen, I believe there was supposed to be a version of the Gripen that was
perfect timing as well.
going to be made for carrier operations, but I don't think they went on with the project. I remember like researching about it. But yeah, that would have been amazing if they did so. Well, yeah, we have the Gripen. Let me go ahead and continue with the rest of the show. I don't think I'm going exactly in the right order, but we will have let's see, the Extra 330 from Killer Bee Aerobatics, the F-14 Eurofighter, the
thankfully
Dassault
today,
Rafale,
it's not just me who joins me in the commentary
and a
box.
few
We
more,
also
which
have
we'll
the
cover
wonderful
after we get
It's
there.
Gaffer,
But so far we
BM,
have
and Shep also here,
Eurofighter
and Kyle
Typhoon,
might occasionally pop in and say hi,
C-130
but he won't
Hercules, Extra
remember what he wants to
330,
say.
Tomcat, Gripen, the Eurofighter, and the Dassault
Usual
Rafale.
Kyle activities though. But joining me now, I believe Gaffer is on the net.
So we're gonna get Gaffer to talk, and we're just gonna keep this quiet while they have the conversation. But guys, thank you again for streaming. For tuning in with us on the CG Aviation channel.
All right, so I suppose what you can expect from all of us today, the only guarantee is some absolutely horrendous jokes. So sorry in advance, I guess.
Oh yes, that's why I turn up.
Yeah, well, yeah, fun.
What would an ACA air show be without my time?
And then for today, we have
Well,
our cameraman Kev with
Bit,
us.
we only had you
We
for about 15
hope
minutes, didn't we?
that
We're in
there
for a nice and wide loop here.
Well, for both,
With that,
I hope that there's no
white
booms,
training
but
smoke.
you know, if there is booms, we all know the tradition
The burners come on as he
of our
exits the
cameraman
bottom
Kev.
of the loop here.
So we're going to be waiting for that to happen. Well, we got the Griffins going through. I believe we have another aircraft in the distance, but we're going to stay with the Griffin for now. I don't think we have any more fly-ins from for today, if I can remember.
So
yeah, we don't have any more fly-ins. We had a few fly-ins earlier.
Based off of the real-life equivalent of the Czech Air Force 211 Squadron demo. Quite common around the European Airshow circuit. No, hello, he's frozen. No, probably just me lagging as always.
But I don't think it's just Fly the one that's lagging. The server is having a bit of a lagging issue at the moment, but we can pull through it. So this is gonna be a very fun day, though. Let's see if we have anyone else in the chat so we can say hello to. At the moment,
one thing I will recommend for
you guys with us. So thank you for joining
today is getting the volume turned all the way up, because some of these engine sounds, they are very, very nice.
Particularly this one. Yeah. Very unique.
Right, and now for the national anthem of Czechia. Well, the Just 89 draws a very, very nice half heart in front of the crowd.
So at the moment, they're currently playing the national anthem inside the main Discord. Once again, we cannot broadcast that here unless we get copyrighted strike, and I do not want that to happen. We're going to go ahead and...
Right, so just been chatting with our next performer, who is already airborne. A crowd favourite, as always. But back to the demo that you see in front of us. This is probably going to be the first of about 8 times we heard this song today. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm going to get sick and tired of it by the end of the day.
All part of the fun.
Yeah. There's like 2 guarantees when you get to a show. Top Gun, Thunderstruck, and if it's in the UK, maybe some awful weather.
Yep.
So, for those of you who have joined us today, welcome along to ACO. It's a pleasure to have you here, as always. The amount of people who joined today has actually sent the server into a bit of a stroke, so we did have to momentarily sort some admin thing out, so that's quite funny.
Yeah, speaking about admin things, we definitely got some exclusive camera views. We got permission to be on one of the buildings here from our developer Shep.
Is going to work. The performers will have a 15-minute slot to showcase their aircraft in a very realistic way, or as realistic as can be.
And we just saw a balloon.
In the ocean as well. That's always a good thing. And then from there, after their demo and after all of the demos at the show, we're going to put out a public voting form where you, the audience, can vote who you think was the best display over the day. then eventually that'll all get collected together, and yeah, whoever wins wins.
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the end of the display. It's not returned anyway. Oh, I might be wrong. I might be very wrong. I was very wrong.
Oh, it looks like we have our first intruder. Can one of the admins blow them up or something? Oh, it's inevitable at some point, won't it?
Oh, yes. Sure, there'll be many more to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The man you've just seen perform that dramatic first pass coming to you any second now from the front is one of Aeronautica most well-known display pilots, and he's also won countless awards across multiple different air shows. So you're in for a real treat here. Ladies and gents, may I present to you the one, the only. Forgot how slow the extra was. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, from the front now at a resoundingly low altitude, here is Killer B Aerobatics in the Extra 330 SC. Right, just a reminder to everyone in the airspace, please make sure you're staying on the ground around Seilam. There is a lot of aircraft in the air. So yeah, please make sure you spawn in an Aeronautica and not in an F5 as an example.
And we just had the F5 engine just blow out just now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Killer B Aerobatics, the Extra 330 SC, flying at the moment. This is normally a crowd's favorite, so we're going to see how he does for today's show.
So the Extra 330, not an aircraft to be messed with. Very, very capable, being thrown around, high altitude, low altitude, high speed, low speed. It has a certified load factor of either plus or negative 10G. Of course, that meaning if you're pulling 10G, you're 10 times your weight. So is the aircraft, and that is very, very hard to achieve as an aircraft manufacturer. Plus or minus 10G certified means it can pull very, very tight turns and do very, very compelling displays. It's got a minute of constant inverted flight using an inverted fuel system, meaning the aircraft can quite happily fly completely inverted for roughly a minute during the display.
That's quite a bit. So, as you might see, Carl's just knocked it off a little bit there. It's just climbed up to just cool the engine off and, well, strap the seatbelts up a little bit tighter because I'm sure they've worked their way loose. But now we can go up to Kyle in the cockpit and, yeah, say hi, get a few words from him. Kyle, how are we doing?
Hey Fly, I've got you loud and clear, sir. A pleasant good afternoon to all you airshow fans. It's a beautiful day for an airshow here on the sunny beaches of Salem. We've got quite a show ahead of us. After me, we've got the amazing Royal Avalon Air Force, and then I believe ending the show is the Wingman Air Group and more. While I got you folks on the mic, I'd just like to extend a quick thank you to all the Aeronautica staff members and developers for their dedication and hard work to making this amazing community and game what it is. And then I'd also like to thank the ACA and all the organizations that it takes to produce a show like this to the public. This next maneuver that you're seeing out in front of you is for all of them.
Let's go ahead and rate that
That's
heart.
something you
We're going
don't
to
see
continue
very often.
listening.
A solo heart, ladies and gents. That's quite impressive.
As I say, very limited amount of aircraft capable of something like that.
Yeah, not many aircraft can do that. That's definitely like not a fighter jet, so that's pretty great. As you come in inverted, we're going to continue on with his demo. I believe he has around 5 minutes left, if I'm correct. Going up on the upline there. Nice.
Well, I've just been asked by Kyle to tell you all to sing along, so if you want to do that, do that. But the second-hand embarrassment from me means I'm not going to be doing that.
Do not tempt me. Do not tempt me. I will.
Oh dear.
No, you watch the viewers go down.
Yeah, literally, it'll just be you in the stage afterwards. I will leave. Oh dear.
Bit of a typo there with that Seilam Airshow sticker.
Oh, tune, by the way.
I was going to say, as a British man, this grew up around this song.
Oh yeah. Right then, so next display after Kyle is done is the flying scrapyard. So we're going to get the speeds up again. Yeah, get a bit more noise over the place. Even though, in saying that, the extra is quite a noisy little bit of kit in real life, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Especially when you've got the likes of Equipe de Voltige flying it and what have you at Cossard. They were very good last year.
Another time right now. Let's see if the winds changed in the game. Dropped down a bit, still high. Currently 14 knots from 300. So still pretty high.
And the smoke comes on for Killer B.
At the moment, we're going to go ahead and take a view of the people we have here on the ground.
Again, that 10G, especially negative 10G, very, very impressive.
Here to watch the air show. We have a lot going on.
Right then, folks, as we near the end of the first Killer Bee show of 2025, coming in from the right at a stupidly low altitude, car's going to line up for a salute to you. This is the slow roll.
Alrighty, folks. Looks like we got a few more minutes here in my slot. I'm gonna go in for a few more very low photo passes for you folks. And I just wanted to thank y'all for coming out here. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we got quite a show ahead of us, so please do not go anywhere. And I will see you folks tomorrow. God bless, and I will see you folks on the road.
This Kyle going for his last few photo pass for today's show. The others are getting ready to get their performance going. We're currently 26 minutes past the hour. Great thing there.
And ladies and gents, this car comes in for his last pass. He'd like to thank the sponsors of the team, all the partners, and everyone who keeps him up in the air and flying. Carl would also like to extend a special shout out to MZ, who is the team's crew chief, who is always out and about helping. Carl also wants to apparently thank us here at ACA, and he also apparently, according to the script, wants to thank me for narrating. So, once again, I will see you all tomorrow. And then, yeah, that is Killer Bee out, ladies and gents. Let's get a round of applause in the chat.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Killer Bee Aerobatics demo for today. We have a lot more coming up soon. I believe I heard word of the F-14 being up, so we'll be on the lookout for that anytime it comes soon. But this has been the 2025 Seilam Airshow.
All right,
always been a pleasure to work alongside ACA. We got a great team there. People who know how to set a real good air show. Also, unfortunately, we were supposed to have a few extra things for the show today, but we're unable to do that. But hopefully for tomorrow, we'll get everything together.
That's probably a good idea. Give me just a second. trying to deal with more people who are deciding to disrupt. What do you have?
And hello there, I am back.
And for anyone who is in the stage that is currently in a boat, I'll ask if you can please turn your engine off. That would be much appreciated.
Definitely, sorry, that's just definitely a nice novel idea to see a F-14.
Yeah, the F-14 going up. Also, know the Flying Dorito. We have a few more, but we're gonna stick with that. Blue smoke, very interesting. Listen to those engines. And that, guys, is the F-14 from the Flying Scrapyard.
You can see the Tomcat extending its wings as gently pulls right into a turn. Obviously, the F-14 does have integrated swing wings to help to minimize the drag at supersonic speeds when it's tucked in, and when it's out, it can help improve the maneuverability whenever it entered into a dogfight in its era. Yes. Sure, no problem.
We have Yang Timson here. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to 13 of you guys. I believe there's more that I can't see, but yes. So the F-14 out there, I think I see a motor yacht out there, off in the distance.
After the F-18's crashed.
There's also the top fuel boat off there in the distance, because all boats are prohibited from being at a certain distance to the shoreline.
A single-seater, but the F-14 stereotypically would have two people, a weapon system operator in the rear, as well as the pilot flying. Aircraft has a wingspan of 19 meters. That is with the wings fully extended, and is also 19 meters in length.
And also on the water we have the, I believe that's the Coast Guard boat off there in the distance, the patrol boat. Off to the
Straight
left
behind the
there,
aircraft, very unique.
just circling
blue
around, making
smoke.
sure that the other boats, of course, are at its right
As you see,
distance from the
aircraft comes from right
shoreline.
to left,
Some boats do get
staying its own
priority, but
body with its mock weapons.
yeah, we do have
So the
14
payload
still
this aircraft
going
is capable
through.
of carrying. Still is.
Earlier today, there was a lot of people, well, the viewers and the people who are deciding to come here. They came in on a cruise ship. But unfortunately, we missed it. The cruise ship's currently like a bit. I think it's at another port.
And as the aircraft comes around now, do take a good look at the profile with the wings folded in. As it
And the
pushes
wings are
negative
swept back at the moment.
to come past the crowd line.
This crew set is able to do such
Opens up
maneuvers
the
while,
afterburners.
having the wing swept.
Flying scrap
But the
yard
afterburners
position
are
right.
initiated.
Aircraft pulls all the way up, all the way over, and then pushes the stick top off.
Negative G is being
Little bit of
pulled there
afterburner
as it
to
comes back
stick
down.
pushes through negative G all the way back through. Complete circle.
Making some form of curve pattern there. Let's see. So we have that going out. The F-14 at the moment is currently 3,000 feet in altitude, diving down at the moment. It'd be pretty amazing if it goes in for a head-on pass, which unfortunately I don't think we would be able to get almost the direct because of our position on the building where we are.
And the F-14 uses the advantage of very, very powerful hot engines to enable its smoke to bloom a lot more blue and present its colours a lot more. It's a similar tactic adorned by the red arrows, where the aircraft will put on additional power and constantly keep the engines more with more power and more heat, as it does make the smoke burn brighter, which is how the thick blue line of smoke is created. And a wing wave there from the flying scrapyard, with the two afterburners at the rear of the aircraft there, once again demonstrating its, I would have said, Nighthawk-like profile, especially with the all-black livery.
I believe there has been a bit of a switch in schedule. But if I am correct, after the 14, I believe the Saab already went up. So that would be the Eurofighter. If I'm correct, I'm going to confirm that for you guys.
Even today, the F-14 demonstrates its ability to fly, especially in a manner like this. Hello, hello.
Someone said fly. I fly.
No, we're talking about flying.
Yeah, fair. Right. Annoyingly, one of the Typhoons for the next demo has gone MIA because he's at like 25,000 ping. So,
Oh dear.
not ideal for formation flying, to say the least.
No.
So it's because of that we're only going to be getting a Silo Typhoon and well a Herc.
Ouch. Well, death by ping does exist, so
Yep.
From left to right, the F-14 opening up that burner once again. Demonstrating the beautiful sounds that those two power plants create. Oh, Fly, how did we forget this song? Nothing like a bit of Freebird for your air show.
especially for the Tomcat.
Oh, yes. The F-14 flies off into the distance, turns and is now pulling once again from right to left, opening up the afterburner for a countless amount of times now.
Having a bit of a lag there. That's insane, actually.
Shep, my good man, are you here? I will take that as a no.
I don't think we are allowed to swim.
Nope,
Ideally
we
not.
are not.
Yeah.
So,
I've got,
yep, whoever's
yeah.
in the water, we're gonna ask you nicely to stop. And for the people that are repeat offenders, I'm afraid we're just gonna kick you. So, I'm speaking from me, but I'm sure the mods would agree with me. So, hate to ruin the fun, but hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Thank you.
Good opportunity to remind you, please not to use the landing lights on your aeronautica or your aircraft should you be in one. Obviously, we're trying to look after the server memory to make the air show as accessible as possible.
So I guess at the moment,
and,
we're
reduce the
still
risk
on
of
the
lagging. So if you
F-14,
please turn off your
but we
landing
have a
lights
few
on
demo coming up.
and
I
also
think the one
stay out of the
I'm
water.
more excited for will be the Lockheed Martin F-35B demo from the Royal Avalon Air Force, if I'm correct. And we are expecting a group that we are definitely familiar with. At the end of the show, we'll get to that when we do. But we do have also the the F-22 demo coming up. And also the Boeing F/A-18E Super Hornet. So I'm very excited for those. I'm also excited for everything else here in the upcoming
So as the
show.
Flying Scrapyards display draws to a close, we can soon expect the Royal Avalon Air Force's Typhoon display. Originally intended to have two, but due to one aircraft going US, the display will be flown by a single display pilot and a single Typhoon. Of course, further into the show, we're expecting the bone demonstration from another JAS 39 Gripen, the Dassault Rafale solo display, the French Aeronaval Corsair and the F4U Corsair. Sorry to the French if I said that wrong. We also have the Hornet display from the Royal New Zealand Air Force in the F-18 Hornet, followed by the Aussie Boomerang in the EA-18 Growler, the Flying Bulls in the Dornier Alpha Jet A, the F-22 display on the Raptor,
F-22 and then F-35,
the F-18 Super Hornet demonstration team, followed by the Royal Air Force's F-35 roll demonstration, and of course, concluding the day with the Wingman Air Group flying various aircraft in a show of force.
All right. So we have heard the schedule for today and the shows that's coming up. We do have C-130 Hercules coming in soon, so we are going to wait patiently for that to come. The F-14 is confirmed on the ground now at Salem International Airport. Well, Salem Airport.
So I've just got word now, and it looks like the Eurofighter display from the Royal Avalon Air Force is lining up, ready for its departure. Again, originally the display was supposed to be flown by 2 aircraft, but will only be flown by 1. However, you can still expect a impeccable display.
C-130 Airborne.
And with that, the F-14 flying scrapyard demo comes to a close. Brilliant display there, showing the ever-living abilities of the F-14 Tomcat. But now, from the right, to the left there, a Royal Avalon Air Force C-130 Hercules. And it looks like the Typhoon is departing from Salem and will begin its display shortly. But in the meantime, from the left to the right, once again, Royal Avalon Air Force C-130 Hercules. C-130 is employed by the Royal Avalon Air Force for a series of tasks, most notably the one and only parachuting display team here in Aeronautica. A seemingly impossible achievement, but
So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess they are flying in too, but we're going to pan back over to C-130 while they get their position in.
And it's an interesting sight. That's one of the many uses that the RAF employ the C-130 for. Once again, the aircraft flying with the crowd line from right to left. C-130 is an old but gold aircraft, very, very capable in its work. Once again from the left, C-130 making its pass, peeling off, fly down the crowd centre.
And I believe that was let's see. Okay, so they're still in their holding at the moment. All right, C-130 making that right turn.
Once again, we won't be seeing them today, but the RAAF does use the C-130 for its one-of-a-kind parachuting display team. Has been seen at air shows in the past, and again is a
Yes, we definitely got to see that at the Yosha, I believe.
on the platform
Yosha Airshow,
Aeronautica. It is not commonly seen,
which was pretty great,
made possible through development and through.
And the Euro fighters are out.
However,
Gonna pat to them at the moment.
All odds, it appears we have a second Typhoon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the tactical demonstration from the Royal Avalon Air Force's 25 Squadron.
Is it a fighter squadron? I'm not sure. Let's see. He said the 25th squadron. All right, guys. So C-130 coming in.
And the Typhoons follow in close tow with the C-130 and join it from left to right. So the aircraft begin their tactical demonstration by joining up to intercept or simulate an interception of the C-130. Common theme in the Royal Avalon Air Force. But as the C-130 leaves a display, the Typhoons break away to begin the display of their own.
And that is it for the C-130. Beautiful. So we have the Eurofighter right off, directly in front of us.
Look from the left now. One Typhoon with its gear extended.
And there it is. Burners. Beautiful.
Opens up his afterburner as he comes from the left. Watch now as the aircraft joins crowd center and goes all the way up, all the way over, and all the way around. High-speed pass from right to left. The aircraft inverts, and now once again from left to right.
Because if you're wondering where Salem is, it is in the region of Avalon. It's right at the
with the gear extended,
right at the Gulf there.
And a wing wave, Alpha Alpha 171. Typhoon from the 25 Squadron, Royal Air Force.
And behind us earlier, that was the Eurofighter and the C-130.
Typhoon units in the Royal Air Force that work closely alongside another roughly 10 different squadrons, all with different capabilities. And a negative G push there from flight planes, push of the stick to bring the aircraft nose up and over the top. Very uncomfortable maneuver there. All the way under. Very, very uncomfortable maneuver to ensure negative G is not. Opens up the afterburners and brings the aircraft around and up back into the sky.
Under for a bad roll.
Typhoon's 2 Eurojet EJ200 turbofans allow the aircraft to climb thousands of feet in seconds and travel at very, very fast rates, like you see there.
Very low there.
Near enough
Let's
full
see.
power from the Typhoon as it passes from left to right, pulls all the way up and over the top once again. The aircraft's maximum speed, enabled by these Eurojet turbofans, it can reach Mach 2 or roughly 1,450 miles an hour. For everyone else, that's 2,334 kilometers an hour, give or take. The aircraft is 15 meters long or 52 feet, has a wingspan of 10 meters or 35 feet, and a height of 5 meters or 17 feet. The aircraft flying in front of you today, Alpha Alpha 171, was manufactured in 2011, has been on a deployment in a number of places. 2015, it was deployed with Alpha Alpha 194 and Alpha Alpha 180 to Asker and station in Osterfloy Airport, where the aircraft was involved in Operation Arctic Guardian, providing East Marna Treaty Organisation air policing for the region alongside the Novacandian Air Force and its assets. It then moved over to Kibo Air Force Base in 2018 to support Oconian Air Force operations in the region, including on Operation Shadow Talon, where the aircraft scored an impressive 6 kills in one night. In 2022, the aircraft was temporarily stationed with 25 squadrons to support in QRA operations. QRA, standing for Quick Reaction Alert, is the around-the-clock 24/7 response that the Avalon Air Force employs. The airframe made 10 scrambles during its short 2-month stint at 25 Squadron before returning to 17 Squadron. Alpha Alpha 171 is collectively known among its pilots as the Bullet Dodger. The aircraft was given this nickname because of the amount of operations it has been on without taking a single hit.
Really a beautiful aircraft. Now, for the next display, something a bit bigger. Now, you really have to respect the effort from one of our commentators here, running all the way back to Seilam Airport just so he can hop on a Typhoon, display for us, and then come back and yap for another 4 hours.
Mate, anything for the grind, as I say.
Exactly, as they say.
Shake, yeah.
Okay, yep. Sorry, I just shoved macaroni and cheese.
Fire on the beach. The crowd is on fire.
FYI, I'm back in about, so
Oh,
the TP would
crap.
be nice.
Yep, can do. That's completely fine. Just stand by.
Cheers. All right,
Ooh.
so next up, as Shep has led us to believe, is the B-1 Lancer from the US Air Force. And yes, on the schedule, I know it does say a Gripen. It was a very late edition, and I only just realised after I posted the schedule that I had it incorrect. So, yeah, nice.
News to me.
Look at that B1 go.
With that, I must announce that I have to go.
Oh, no.
However, I do plan on returning a little later on.
Happy days. Thank you very much, Gaffer. We will see
Yeah,
you
let's give a
soon.
round of applause for Gaffa. What a commentator. There we go. What a guy. What a guy.
Thank you very much.
And to interrupt that, from the right,
Thank you, sir.
your United States Air Force, B-1 Lancer.
Wrong aircraft, going to say that later, but yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
True
Fuck
it.
hell.
That's
I read the completely wrong thing.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, folks.
Yeah.
Ciao. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.
See you in a bit, lad.
Yeah, it's one of the most influential lines of commentary, though.
Yeah, the B1 is such an amazing aircraft. It also has, of course, similar
another
features like the
reminder
F-14,
to
which
the
it had it before then,
Aeronauticans spawning.
which
We will
would be
ask
the
that you
wing sweep.
Please stay on the beach. There are sharks in the water, and you will immediately get, well, taken to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, by sharks, apparently.
You know, it would be.
But yes, guys, please
It
listen
would be
to
suited if the
them.
next
Please
one just
stay
gets
out off the water.
a nuke dropped on it, as is.
Yeah,
the fact that it is. Well,
preferably we will not
B1.
do that.
It would be quite funny, though, wouldn't it? Let's be honest.
It would. It would.
And this model in aeronautics is the B1B. Before we had the B1R, but it's got taken down for reasons.
Well, the Rockwell B-1 Lancer is a supersonic variable sweep wing heavy bomber used by the United States Air Force. It's been nicknamed the Bone from B-1 as of 2024. It is one of the United States Air Force's 3 strategic bombers, along with the B-2 Spirit, the one that looks like there's pixels missing in the sky, and the B-52 Stratofortress, which, to be fair, I would not be surprised if it does another 100 years of service.
We will be seeing the B-52 tomorrow on the second slot, I believe.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the
Flog as well. He's going to be here and alive to put on a show in the Mighty Buff. But back to it, here, coming around, doing a very nice little teardrop manoeuvre here. The B1 is going to be coming to us from crowd left in a manoeuvre which I don't know because I've not got the thing up. I'm such a good commentator.
So at the moment, we're going to give this off to the
Yeah,
stage.
So we are 1 hour in, ladies and gents. We have another 10 displays to go. So, what are you looking most excited to out of everything?
That's a very good question. So let's have a look at what we've got coming next. I mean, it's a good variety, to be fair. Well, I say that. There is some variety, but the majority of it does appear to
Loud,
be
fast,
yes, and loud.
fast,
Exactly,
fast.
yeah. I think one that has really caught my eye that I'm very much looking forward to would be the Flying Bulls.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be something quite different from what we've seen so far at an ACA Airshow.
And to interrupt you, again, from the left, another pass, banking a little bit to the left, show the underside of the B1. It's a good photo opportunity to get some snapping pictures.
I absolutely love the song that I'll just have to queue up in for the music bot later on. Oh dear. Could it be any more American if it tried?
Probably, yes.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong there. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this B1 is based out at Dyess Air Force Base, which is where quite a few of the American strategic bombers are based out of. This is the point where I'm frantically attempting to scramble and get some info on Dyess Air Force Base. Right, here we go. Dyess Air Force Base was established in 1942, and it was later named in honor of the Texas native Lieutenant Colonel William Dyess. And as of 2023, the 7th Bomber Wing. In fact, just to interrupt you, here's a strafe pass by the B1. That's not something you'll see every day. So back to what I was saying. Dyess covers around 6,500 acres of land in the wonderful state that is Texas, as far as I can remember. But yeah, it is home to quite a few of the B1 squadrons that you see out and about around the road. So the B1 was first conceptualized in 1960 as a bomber that would combine the pretty high speed of around Mach 2 with the B-58 Hustler's range and the payload of the B-52. So essentially, it is a very fast-flying bomb. Just the pilots actually come home afterwards, which usually a good thing. Unsurprisingly, it was originally intended to get into service in a relatively quick amount of time, but as DoD contracts always seem to be the case, it ran over budget and was eventually cancelled in 1977. The introduction of the AGM-86 and the introduction of the B-2 sort of sealed its fate for a fair bit of time, until the program was restarted in 1981 after the B-2 got inevitably delayed again. Now in from the left. Coming in for what seems to be a slow speed pass, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so just to take you through the next hour or so of what we're expecting to have, we're going to have the Rafale solo display from the Armadillo et de l'Espace. I absolutely clobbered that pronunciation, so apologies. Shortly followed by another French aircraft, this time from the French Aeronaval Association, with the Vaut F4U Corsair. Then after that, we're going to be seeing the FA-18 Hornet of the Royal New Zealand Air Force, shortly followed by a bit of local competition with the EA-18G Growler of the Australian Air Force. So yeah, that is the next hour of the display program. It's a very, very nice
speaking
low-speed
about hour of displays, we are currently at our 1 hour marker, 11 minutes over the hour.
You can see Greta Thunberg's
We have
favourite
2
thing
more
coming out
hours
the
to
back
go.
of it, pollution.
So we,
Sorry, that was
of
probably
course,
a bit
call this
much,
day
but oh
for
well.
day 1.
In fact, it looks like our next display aircraft is taxiing the Holden Short at 24, so that's very nice.
And something else that is also very nice, because I'm just backing off a fly right now, but the winds are down now. It's currently down to just 7 knots. So that's great that compared to what we had earlier of double the amount of what it was, actually a bit over double. So we are doing pretty great when it comes to that. The B1 is currently at show right coming in. I believe we have more Aeronauticas on the ground, if I'm sure.
Right, so in
Here
on
it's
the
coming in
right,
pretty low, currently at 460 knots.
and accelerating in about 460 knots. Mighty B1 Bone with
Going up and down there.
a smoke pass. Interesting.
It's a very aggressive pull up there.
Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is it for the B1.
Brilliant performance.
But yeah, very, very nice from the Mighty Bone there.
A beautiful performance. The sounds are lovely, only drowned out by the sound of another boat engine. I wonder who that could be.
Oh shit, is mine still on? Oh my god, it is. I'm so sorry.
I only just noticed it, honestly. The B1 kind of drowned it out, so I think we are all good.
Oh god. Oh dear. Right. Yeah. Brilliant. Amazing.
This B1 continues from our left to our right,
Right.
heading
So the
back to
B1's going to
the
go and
airport.
land back at Valois. Not Valois. Where did that come
We
from?
can
Back
grab
at
the last
Seilam.
glimpse of it, going
That's
off
more
to our
like
right
it.
there.
Valor's quite far away.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from.
And
But our next performer is holding short at runway 24.
Yep.
And this one is one of my favourites.
We're gonna wait for it to pop up.
No bias whatsoever. I pretty much use it every single time on
From
program
behind
material.
the airport there.
It is such a nice looking
we'll
livery.
let you guys know once it's on the roll.
Admittedly, yes, it is on a Rafale, and some people might not like that because it's French. But I'm willing to put that past it just purely because it's a nice display.
Overall, whether it's a Rafale or not, I really do love the Rafale. I love most jets, to be honest. I don't really have any dislike of most of them, so
in all honesty,
good. The Rafale is pretty cool.
Okay, amazing.
I actually used to like it a lot, to the point where for at least 2 months, that was my profile picture on my Discord.
Right, there we go.
And then we have some more people in the chat.
Right, looks like we have
not
some
much of a
music as
busy
well
chat
from them.
this stream, but it's
that is
completely fine. We have
wonderful.
JAS 39C
I'll wait
grip
for the
until
aircraft to get
display
airborne.
T on the PTFS, and we have
Let the B1 land.
Real Fan Matt 4. Welcome to the stream.
So, just hold
Sorry
a short
if I'm
wait for the B1 to get
responding
landed.
way later.
I'll get the music playing. It is courtesy of the French Air and Space Force. I can't quite remember what squadron it's from. Let's try and see if it's in the script somewhere. No, it is not. Bugger. Oh my god, I've got a full routine. This is absolutely amazing.
And we can confirm that the B1 is on the ground. It should be rolling. We might be able to get a glimpse of it as it vacates off the runway, off to the left of the terminal there. Let's see. I believe I see it off in the distance. We go ahead and zoom into that. In a moment. There it is.
Right, I can see some lights lining up on the runway, so that only means good things.
Unfortunately, our vision of the runway there is blocked by the trees. But like always, we're going to see it as it rotates and climb out of Salem. Where we are currently right now, we're a bit far from the airport itself. We're currently 3.6, 3 miles roughly from the airport, which we're using, of course, the camera zoom to get as far in as we can. Aircraft is not rolling at the moment. It is currently lined up waiting for its clearance to get in the
We're
air.
about to depart runway 24 at Seilam. I believe the bone is cleared. So
yes, we can confirm that the B1 is currently stationary on the ground, just waiting for this, and the Rafale is moving currently at
right.
the
The
moment.
Rafale is rolling.
Such an amazing look at that. The burner's off. Shallow takeoff there compared to some of the others that we saw today. Look at that.
Okay, so ladies and gents, boys and girls, now taking off from Seilam Airport.
Maybe it's to get a sharp
if you
turn
look
in. Maybe,
north,
oh, there we
careful,
go.
See him on the run in.
Yeah, that is a crazy turn in.
So
How
the
about-
Currently at
No,
let's see,
you go for it.
500 knots.
All right, so first maneuver
550.
that we're going to see today is the décollage
Wing wave.
Jean Derry brake. Here we go.
Pretty energetic entrance so far. Let's see how this one goes.
And you might be able to see, yes, it is a gigantic French flag in the air. So the Rafale is one of the other European 4th gen multi-role fighter jets. We've seen all 3 of them now. So we've seen the Typhoon, the JAS 39, and now the Rafale. So Shep, would you like to give us a little bit of information about the Rafale, or have you not got it up?
I can do. In just a second. So yes, a bit about the aircraft. It is, to be fair, a reasonably long fighter, standing at 15.27 meters. That's about 50 feet for those of you who use feet, which is all of us, hopefully. The wingspan, not quite as long, about 10 meters, 35 feet, and a height of about 5 meters. If anyone stands at 5 meters high, I think something might be a little bit wrong with you. Now, apart from that, they use two, I'm going to pronounce this very wrong, Snecma M88 afterburning turbofans, producing a maximum not maximum power, maximum speed of Mach 1.8, which is 1,189 miles per hour. Sadly, I don't think the stagecoach bus that takes me to work could top out at that. Another service ceiling,
It's nearly
that
bad.
will go... Yeah, to be fair, I don't know. Hopefully Brian Sister can whack one of those engines on the back of it. We never know, though. Now, the interesting about this
Johnny usually
aircraft
thrashes it.
and the quite exceptional thing is its climb rate, where it can go up to a whopping 1,000 feet every single second. So in just under a minute, it can go from takeoff on the ground all the way up to its service ceiling of 50,000 feet.
Not too bad, that. Not too bad. So,
yeah, I wouldn't mind owning one of them for home.
would be nice. Save on the commute and the traffic, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
So this high-performance aircraft, being the Dassault Rafale C, is pretty much known for its versatility. You put it in an environment and it'll thrive with practically out. So at the controls, we have the wonderful Grobel. If I pronounce that correctly, probably not.
Memorable's good.
Yeah. Another well-known display pilot along the airshow circuit. Used to many displays around Aeronautica. So the Rafale is one of the two fighter jets that are operated in the French Air Force alongside the Mirage 2000. Unfortunately, not the Dash 5s anymore because they've gone. And with the Rafale being introduced, it is slowly but surely phasing the Mirages out. The Rafale is equipped with cutting-edge electronic warfare systems, advanced avionics, and an expanding range of weaponry, ensuring it maintains the forefront of modern aerial combat. Be that sitting about 400 miles away, pinging an AIM-9X straight into whoever the enemy is, and then returning even though they didn't even know they were there. So the Rafale was designed for a multi-role mission, and it can perform air superiority, ground attacks, reconnaissance, and a lot more with remarkable efficiency. The Rafale has proven its capability on multiple missions, including operations. I'm going to absolutely butcher these, but here we go. No, I'm not even going to. I'll see. What? It's like Hercules with an extra A in it for some reason, and Pamir.
Heracles. Yeah,
that one. It played a vital role in supporting NATO and Allied forces. So thanks to the French Air Force and its allies' tank support, it can be deployed pretty much anywhere in the world within a day. Taking off from France, carrying out a strategic mission, and then even going back home the same day. Just getting in time for tea. So the Rafale solar display is more than just an airshow demo. It's a demo of the technology, the training, and the power of French aviation. So now in from
and ladies and gentlemen in the chat, please let me know if you do like this camera position
for good measure.
Where we have our camera set up at for the stream today. Like I said, we've definitely had exclusive access to this area. So thank you to the devs and staff that made this possible.
I'm trying to figure out where we are in the routine here. A nice little wing wave there. And now the smoke comes on. There we go. Oh, no, I think that might have been a misclick. So at a relatively slow speed now, the gears come down, and a lovely wing wave there. Everyone give hello in the chat or something. Alright, looks like we're going to be getting an early finish from the Rafale. And with that...
Wow, that rumble as he goes by, that is quite something.
Yes, very nice. Right then, ladies and gents, it is with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break. I'm sure the camera crews are going to like that very much over on the YouTube channel. And then we will be back with you.
Yes, indeed, we will.
As soon as the next display, aka the French Aeronavale Corsair, gets over to the runway and gets up.
It'll be a nice change in pace from the rumbling and roaring of the fast jets, truly.
You can slow the dynamic down to a more relaxed pace, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. But in the chat, folks, how are we finding it so far? you can say that I'm an awful commentator.
Thank you very much.
And I should hang up my boots right now.
Gratin 4 and 3.
I don't think that's true.
Sure.
That's a bit harsh.
Oh,
but yeah,
someone said
thank you.
Well, you asked for
It's
it.
for the banter of it.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Alright, so guys, for another wee question, just say in chat what you think your favourite display is so far. A wee reminder of what we've had so far. Starting off, we had the Czech Air Force demo team, which was the Saab Jazz 39 Gripen. After that, Kiloby Aerobatics in their extra EA 330 SC. From that, a bit more of a loud one, it was the F-14 Tomcat from the Flying Scrapyard. From there, nice wee trio display. 2 Eurofighter Typhoons and 1 C-138 Hercules from the Royal Avalon Air Force, no bias there, and the US Air Force Bone demo with a B-1 Lancer. And as we just finished, the Raphael.
So just to run you through the rest of the flying program for today.
So again, you can type in the chat what was your favorite display so far.
We'll be having the Corsair from the French Aeronautical Association.
We'll be back in soon.
Followed by the Royal New Zealand Hornet, the Australian EA-18, then Flying Bulls, the United States Air Force F-22 Raptor demo team, the US Navy Hornet demo team, Royal Air Force F-35 roll demo, and then to close out the show today, the Wingmen Air Group with, I believe, their show of force today, if I'm not mistaken.
And yeah, for any of you guys who have any suggestions or any ideas on where our next show could be, we do have a wee channel for air show suggestions. So anything that you think could be cool, a cool location, or just something for us to do, please pop it in there. It'd be greatly appreciated. We do love the community feedback.
Right, so something a little bit different to what we've had at a few shows before now. But we're going to be inviting the one and only NATO up onto the stage, who's the pilot for the US Navy Hornet demo team that we're going to be seeing later on today. Hello, NATO. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, to be fair, doing well. Been quite buzzing for this show, to be fair. Very excited for you to play later.
Yeah, it should be a good show.
Now, is there anything that you could give us maybe a wee insight on, a wee teaser for? You know, excite the crowd.
Speed and stars. A lot
Speed
of
and
stars.
I like that. I like that.
All 50? All 50 stars? Or
I'm not sure
50?
about all 50, but there's at least 5.
That's always a good thing. So, tell me, NATO, how have you found preparation up till this point? Has it been good? Has it been absolutely horrendous and you never want to do an air show ever again? Because I know you've also been involved in the prep for the Wingmen display later on.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Light lead for the Roosters and just the demo team. Pretty good. A pretty easy show. You know, it's a flat location. There's no like canyons that I have to run through.
I will be changing though at some point this year. I've got a few plans lined up, but
oh yes,
I can't talk about them.
So do I.
One of the devs, I'm not sure who that TU-160 is, by the way.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on it, I think.
Want to be deleted.
Get closer, might. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm working with the staff. We got hands on that. Thank you.
Yeah, legend. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Now, Nate, I suppose the real question is, if you were to host an air show, where would you host it, and what would you have at the show? That's the real question.
Let's call this your dream
question.
air show. Dream situation, dream air show.
Dream in Aeronautica?
It could be either. You never know. You could bring the Aeronautica Red Arrows into real life.
Well, that doesn't that already exist? Didn't the real Red Arrows copy off the Aeronautica ones?
Oh yeah,
they may have. Yeah,
their whole design.
It's very true. But yeah, you know what? What we'll do, we'll go for a lineup of 3 of what would be your favorite your favorite 3 display teams to have in real life.
Favorite Wingman.
I say team. it could. Okay, fair enough.
I'm a little
That's
biased
fine
on that one.
Yeah, something tells me.
Oh, right, ladies and gents.
Definitely.
So, looks like from the north, our next display item is running in for a bang smack on time arrival. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, from the north, the French Aeronaval Association F4U Corsair. I should have left that a lot longer because I forgot this thing was quite slow.
Or definitely a slower pace than we've
Yeah,
had
yeah.
before this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now,
thank
the
you very much,
F4
Nato. We will see
Corsair-
you in a bit
Mhm.
with your display. So,
Yep,
We
best of
will,
luck.
yeah.
looking forward to it.
Yep.
Speaking of the Corsair, I think that would definitely be one of my like Aero 2 real life air shows. I mean,
Yeah, no, that is a good
that would
choice.
be
Now,
absolutely
the
great.
F4E we have seen as quite a few of our air shows actually. Always coming in, being very consistent, amazing displays, and just breaking up the pace a little bit, having something with a bit of
Mhm.
variety, something that is a bit different as opposed to, well, the rumble and the growl of a fighter jet.
Mhm.
It's
Which, don't
always
get me
nice to have-
wrong, is incredible.
Yeah, it's nice to have something different though. It's nice to have a break, and yeah, that's what we got here from the consistent
Mhm.
rumble of a fighter jet. I will admit,
I
after
think it's
Rio,
great how I think it's great how Cons also likes to integrate past World War II tactics into his display just to sort of mimic how it was back then, which
Yeah.
I find was quite a great uniqueness. Whereas, you have quite a lot of people who just do turns and loops and all that stuff, which is cool. But I think what Cons does especially is definitely brings those two meshes of a wartime tactics and advanced maneuvers into a nice blend. So I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, very much so. And as well, if you couldn't tell by the wonderful sounds that you can hear over the questionable American music here, you can thank Carl for that. The aircraft is powered by Pratt & Whitney R2800-18W, which produces a very, very significant amount of horsepower, which I don't have because I don't have the stats page open. This is like the fourth time we've heard this now. Someone skip it.
And maybe we just have to shuffle on and all will be good. But I hope that's what we
Mm.
did.
Oh, tune, by the way.
Bit of karaoke? I think not.
No, please don't. Please don't.
You can mute yourself and then sing.
Yeah.
I do love the
Like,
rumble of the aircraft. That style of fighter, the era of fighter, always brings a
Yeah,
joy.
it's beautiful. Now, the very first flight of the F4 was very astounding. 85 years ago this year. It's nearly as old as Gaffer. Sorry, I had to get at least one Gaffer roast in there. Sorry.
Always a given. Always a given.
Well, be glad he's not here, but I'm sure he'll be watching
it's
back
even
the.
better when he's here. It's even better when he's here. Oh dear. Right, where was I? I've completely lost it now. So the Corsair was designed as a carrier-based aircraft, a lot different to the carriers of today, I should say. And it was manufactured by Transport, or Bout. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm not American. Someone tell me. Additional production contracts were also given to the Goodyear Company, aka the ones who now go on to make tyres and weird blimps who do things. So in from the left, potentially, after the reposition round. I agree with that statement of banning Shep in the Aerostat channel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I saw Hawk and it just went to my mind.
honestly, outrageous. Right, so the French Air Naval desperately, I should say, needed a carrier-borne aircraft for their newly acquired carriers from the US of A and the UK. I'm not going to pronounce those because I'm not French. The US decided, I'll tell you what, let's help them, and assisted the French Navy with making the F4U-7, which was essentially a mix of the AU-1 and the F4U-4, and then they were sort of bashed in together. It combined the engine from the F4U-4, but it also had the payload capacity, which you can see on the aircraft today, of the AU-1. So, in from the right, about 3,000 feet, I assume we're going to get a straight class here, if I'm not mistaken. So, here we go. Dive goes down, payload's released, aircraft pitches up out of the way, and it would be kaboom, but I don't really fancy blowing myself up.
Don't think anyone would.
Aiden, make sure you don't do a nuclear cub this time. If you do that again.
That was an incredible moment. I do remember that.
To be honest,
it's
the
safe
clip,
to say was
the
not
clip
expecting
as well.
that.
The clip on YouTube was just hilarious.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
find it at some point.
I mean, it might
Because
be
it
the
was
first,
literally just a
first air show
oh,
where a
bang.
live nuclear weapon was used.
Yeah, hopefully it's the last, but you never know.
Rat making aero firsts.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Right then, so the aircraft was also deployed over Vietnam, including the Battle of. I'm so sorry, the Dien Ben Phu? Sod knows, who knows? I butchered that. Oh well, the
Dien Bien
concept
Phu, yeah.
for that time flew 959 combat sorties, totaling roughly around 1,335 flight hours, and dropped about 700 tons of bombs on the Vietnamese. And more impressively, managed to empty out 70,000 20mm rounds, which is a bit mad.
That is quite something.
6 aircraft were damaged, and 2 were sadly shot down. So the 14th Flotille and the 15th Flotille, the latter of which I believe is the example shown here, also took part in the Anglo-French Israeli siege of the Suez Canal back in October 1956. It was codenamed Operation Musketeer, and the Corsairs were painted in this yellow and blue scheme, which you can see today. In recognition of this operation, they were tasked with destroying Egyptian Navy ships at the Alexandria, but the presence of US Navy ships prevented a successful operation on the mission. On the 3rd of November, there were 16 F4Us that attacked airfields in the Delta, with 1 Corsair being shot down by anti-air artillery. 2 more Corsairs were damaged when landing back on the carriers, and the Corsairs engaged in Operation Musketeer dropped a total of 25 tons of bombs and fired more than 500 rockets and an impressive 16,000 20mm rounds. So, just a couple. So, unfortunately, the Corsairs were retired at the end of 1962, just after the Algerian War, due to the arrival of new fighter jets, in a way. Ones with actual jet engines and not props. But yeah, always nice to see an old warbird on the airshow circuit. And we will be seeing a couple more of them tomorrow with the Royal Danish Air Force Heritage Flight. That'll be a nice break in the middle of the programme as well there. Providing they don't cancel.
Never disappoints this show. What
Yeah,
a
it is
performance.
a very, very nice display from the Corsair here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude.
I was
I'm gonna
trying to
say
find
that's
it for a
every single
second, and I
thumbnail.
only realised I had to look straight up.
You see, this is the only issue with watching it from the perspective of the boat. I can't actually see anything that's north of me.
Yeah.
And that is why we are here
But it is a very,
to
very
show you.
beautiful aircraft, the Corsair. I do like it.
Oh, definitely. I
So
mean, to
right now
think,
we
even
are
at
currently just
Yosoff,
waiting
we
out
had
until the
2 of them.
Corsair gets back
Yes, yeah, we
into the
did.
position that we want it. So
Coincidentally,
just gonna keep
I
the
didn't even
audio from
realise that
the
until
stage
just.
going.
The operator of the second Corsair is sat on ground at Seilam in the Hornet for the next display. So that's slotted in nicely. I did not even realise that. But now in from the left, you can get a very good sort of view. Well, you could until you went upside down. You could get a good view of the bombs and the rockets on board the aircraft with a nice little aileron roll there for performing a wonderful little teardrop.
You know what? And it's just came to my head right now, and I've decided I'm going to try and do this right now. After the 2 days of the show, I'm going to open up a little competition for the best image captured during the show. Where what we're going to do, we're going to allow people to submit a singular image, and then we'll pop it down to a vote. And the winner of that is going to win 2 million WP from myself.
I think that's a
That is
solid
quite
idea.
something. That is quite something.
Hans is gonna be licking his
Yeah, Cons is
lips,
winning
to
that.
be honest.
You never
Right.
know. We're going to make it anonymous.
We'll see. We'll see.
How
No,
are we
it's a
gonna
good
Well, I
do
think
that?
we may have found the winner in media right there. That latest image. I think that might have to be
Oh
it.
gosh, let's have a look.
Let me see.
No, of course, I'm kidding. But I guess we'll see in the vote.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's brilliant. Oh dear.
I think a public vote would just make it more funny, though. Be cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll figure that out at some point.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But definitely do keep the media submissions coming through.
Mhm.
Always nice to see what photos you guys are taking. I scroll up and I see an upside down EC-145. That's nice.
Where is he? I've lost him. Oh, and looking straight ahead of us, that would be quite an aggressive sight, sitting on a boat and seeing that coming towards you.
Yeah, it's not the most pleasant looking sight from my point of view. I really hope those bombs are safe.
I'm sure they're just plastic, as everything seems to be in this
Well,
world
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah. Probably made in China as well. But yeah. All right, so I think that is going to be about it from the Corsair. And fingers crossed, our next display item will be at the holding point. I can see sunlights there. I think they're on it. Who knows? But ladies and gents, massive round of applause in the chat for Gons for what is a beautiful display as ever in the Corsair. So big round of applause to him.
Beautiful set there for the Corsair. All right, our next
Now, for those of you
demo,
who are
let me
interested
just
about tomorrow, I'll read out a
check
few
in.
of the interesting stuff that we're going to have. So, a few
Oh,
of the
he's leaking
displays
his
that are
schedule.
on my
He's leaking schedule.
personal favourites would be, well, a return of the Raphael solo display. That would be very nice to see. We are also going to
By the
be.
way, that first one, don't talk about
Oh, don't worry, I know.
it.
Don't worry, I'm one step ahead
Oh,
of you.
oh, good, good, good.
But yeah, another
Just
thing
double
that will be
checking.
a nice change in pace is a Diamond Dart 550 from the Iconian Flying Club, which I'm very excited for them to fly. Looking as well, return of the Royal Avalon Air Force tactical display. The US Air Force Viper demo team F-16, which is going to be a good one. And something that we've not seen a lot of, to be fair, a Russian aircraft, the Su-37 Terminator
That is
demonstration.
gonna be very
I'm quite
cool.
excited for.
From my position, I can confirm that the Hornet is barreling down the runway and is airborne.
Happy days. Right, I will get the music going then in that case. If I can find a post. Would usually help, wouldn't it?
As you can tell, we're very
There we go.
organized here at ACA.
Very, very organised.
Try and avoid to be well, disorganized.
Oh, Spotify's a blooming private, apparently.
And
That's
now,
amazing.
ladies and gentlemen, looking to the right, this is the first display of not one, but two F-18 family aircraft.
Free.
Three.
Mm-hmm.
Three.
One of three, then.
One of three.
Right, let me see if I can do this instead and just queue it up like the old way, I guess. Yes, I can. What in the War Thunder?
Well, War Thunder does have F-18s now.
Something you don't
Oh,
see
yeah, that
often,
makes sense.
starting a display at a slower speed.
Oh, that's nice.
Royal New Zealand F-18.
Oh, wow.
Starting off slow and straight up into
And
the airplane there. Look
instantaneously
at that.
roaring its engine straight into life.
Alright, can I confirm as well, our next display item is on the way in. Just joining us any second now. Oh, that's something you don't see every day. A slow speed, oh, sort of attack change. That was quite cool. Okay, so the FA-18K, which is shown here, is an upgraded variant to the F-18C. The entire Royal New Zealand Air Force fleet of former C and D variant Hornets went through the upgrade, and they were upgraded by Kahu. The K designation was given considering the upgrades taking place, some of which include, but not limited to, a fully digital cockpit suite, rebuilt wings that were additionally strengthened as well, so the folding mechanism is no more, basically. It was given a improved radar system. Unfortunately, that is confidential, so can't talk about that.
Oh wow, I'm making use of the air brakes to keep the aircraft on a high thrust setting straight into a dirty roll.
Very nice.
Something that takes quite a lot of skill to master in aeronautica.
Yeah.
But flown effortlessly by our pilot here today.
Nice livery as well. Quite different to a lot of the ones we've seen so far. So, if you were at Aerocost this year, you might also recognise this aircraft because it was there.
How many of you guys that are attending
song?
today also attended Aerocosh? We'll see in chat how many are from there as well. At the moment, no one.
Me, I attended.
Cons was there. There's a good one attendee at Aerocosh.
I think I watched on the YouTube. I wasn't wrong. Wasn't there for the actual one. But...
Oh, that is a painful maneuver. Straight into full afterburner with -G.
All right, so a bit different for our next one. He's coming to us from Lynham, which is pretty cool. Can't remember, have we had a Linwood job in the server yet? That's what I need. I need to get like a sort of mini bingo card just to tick off all the bits and bobs that we've had. So into a nice sort of half loop there. It's easy to spot when you got the smoke, isn't it? Makes my life a bit easier. Right, so our next display item is airborne. I'm running it all the way from up at Lynham, which just a couple miles away. Even though I've already heard this tune like 4 times, it's still an absolutely brilliant tune.
Oh, absolutely.
So one neat little thing about this particular Hornet, which we see here, it actually has the ability to connect an external fuel tank to be used as a smoke generator system, which you see here in an inverted pass. There you go. So that little fuel tank there is, well, I say fuel tank, it's a smoke tank really, similar to that of the Red Arrows and other display teams that you see across the world.
Say
They
more
bolt that
Blue
onto the
Angel
strap.
style.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But even getting the smoke system to work is quite an impressive feat, to be fair.
Yeah. No, and especially I love the aesthetics of the smoke here. I remember when it was just circles
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah,
day.
that smoke update from many moons ago is very nice.
I definitely went ballistic when it was announced. It looks so good now. Hmm.
Right, so our next aircraft is in the hold, up at the north. You might be able to spot it, though I can see its lights, so maybe. We might be needing another refuel though, Chef, if that's okay. Just when he starts, if that's alright. So coming in for a little strafe here on the boat. Tell you what, I'm convinced I've been simulated killed about 10 times so far.
Oh wow, I was worried he wasn't going to pull out of that one.
Yeah, I know. It's getting a bit tight, wasn't it?
Really pushing the limits of his aircraft is what we love to see.
Oh, hello. It looks like Wagga getting a final practice in another server, judging by the screenshot they've just sent in their participant info. So that'll be nice. We'll be seeing them in about an hour and a half. But back to the demo we see here. Of course, the Hornet, I should
Very
say.
brave going for the amount of negative G he's going for. I think I would
Not
not be able
very
to do that.
comfortable, is it?
Definitely not.
Right, I believe it might have been the final manoeuvre from the New Zealand Hornet there. Very, very nice display from the Hornet there. If I'm not mistaken, that is the last manoeuvre, hopefully. I get yes in the chat, maybe. Goes on. Yep, that's the last manoeuvre. Right, happy days. So our next aircraft should be running in any second now. Right, I need to try and find the thing. No, it's that one. Looks like we've got another one with music as well. Brilliant.
Happy days.
Means you haven't got to listen to, what was it, that one by Tame Impala again. Right, so coming in at quite a significant speed of 599 knots. So literally on the barrier. Just about to see the lights now to the north.
Hello, Nino.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from the Royal Australian Air Force. So a bit of a local rivalry between these two here. But always nice to have, isn't it?
Gotta love a bit of competition.
Yeah.
It's the best way to make things fun.
But here we go. The Royal Australian Air Force EA-18G Growler solo demonstration. And it's another painted jet, which is very, very nice to see. Now, this demonstration is called the Aussie Boomerang. Coincidentally enough, because the aircraft has a boomerang on it. Who would have thought? So the EA-18 is powered by two F414G 400 turbofans, which produce 44,000 pounds of freedom, I guess. It has a maximum speed of Mach 1.6, which is 1,960 kilometers an hour. And no, I won't be converting that into freedom units because I can't be bothered. It has a service ceiling of about 50,000 feet, and it can climb up to 50,000 feet a minute at its maximum speed. Can't speak today, can I? Amazing. So, the Royal Australian Air Force in 2013 decided to buy 12 new EA-18Gs instead of modifying the newly acquired 24 Super Hornets that they had in service. So, Alpha 46-306, which you see here, made its public debut at the Australian International Airshow, where their arrival formed part of the Chief of Air Staff's showcase, including a Super Hornet, a flypast from one of the C-27J Spartans, which we saw last time out at Yo Showcase, the Royal Avalon Air Force, no bias, and a couple other aircraft. Lovely bit of kit, the Growler is. Oh, I've had a ping. Huh? Yeah, here's a demo, yeah.
Perfect.
Right, let me pull up a wee bit of info. So, here we go. The EA-18 is an American carrier-based electronics warfare aircraft. It was essentially a specialised version of the Super Hornet, the two-seater variant to be exact. If I'm not mistaken, we're also going to see a couple more Growlers later on with the WAG demonstration, potentially. Unless they're using Super Hornets today. One or two, who knows. So, in 2001, Boeing successfully completed the initial flight demo with the FA-18F, fitted with the ALQ-99 electronic warfare system, which coincidentally is the little pod that you see on the side of the aircraft with what looks to be a small propeller on it. Don't ask what it's for, I don't know. In December of 2003, the US Navy awarded development contract for the Growler to Boeing as a primary contractor. Boeing was to construct the forward fuselage and wings and perform the final assembly of the aircraft. And Northrop Grumman was to be the principal airframe subcontractor, and they would supply the centre and aft fuselage as well as the principal electronic combat system. Lots of words, basically. So in from the rear, not the rear, from the right, in a very, very slow speed manoeuvre. Perfect to get a few photos here. And you can really see the wonderful livery with the boomerang, which is on the tail of the aircraft. And inverted just for the fun of it. Come on, it. Quite a nice demo, this, chap, isn't it?
It is. I can barely hear you over it.
Right, so here we go. Here's all the Australian Air Force info for it. So in 2008, the Aussie government requested the export approval from the US government to purchase originally six EA-18s. These would be part of the 24 F-18F Super Hornets that were already on order. And in 2013, the Australian government announced that they will buy 12 new-built Growlers to supplement the existing fleet. On the 7th of July 2017, the Royal Australian Air Force completed the delivery of 12 of the Growlers, with the arrival of the last one at Royal Australian Air Force Base Amberley, home of Number 6 Squadron. Unfortunately, one of the EA-18s was written off following an engine fire in 2018, which actually left the force with only 11 of the type. And then a bit of info about that little incident. The aircraft was rolling on a takeoff and it had to abort it at Nellis Air Force Base while participating in exercise Red Flag, which, if you don't know, is one of the largest NATO-esque military exercises that has been hosted for the past, I think, 40 years, I think. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, going back to the incident, the crew were able to exit the jet, and thankfully no one was harmed. An investigation found that one of the engine's high-pressure compressors had broken into 3 pieces, and that slightly broke the airframe, to say the least. Nice high-speed passer. Yeah, both pilots did survive. They were out unharmed, so that's always nice to see. Now, in terms of the longevity of the Growlers, in 2023, a $2 billion Australian project was approved to upgrade the aircraft. Support infrastructure was approved and awarded to the Boeing Corporation. As part of the project, a new radar would be installed at the Royal Australian Air Force Base Amberley and the Delamere Air Weapons Range. The Growlers would also be fitted with improved sensors, longer-range missiles, new jamming pods, and sort of all of the other bits and bobs that you would expect to see on a newly upgraded aircraft. If I'm not mistaken as well, I think Finland actually had some request to procure the E-18s at some point, but I think that fell through quite early on in the stage. So went with the F-35 in the end. Gonna be honest, Shep, the music is kind of reminding me of the Ready or Not mission.
You're not wrong in all fairness. An amazing game, but don't search
It is
it up
very
if you're
good.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
No, it is quite gruesome, but yeah, if you're over 18, you can search it. Now, in from the right, we'll say Aidan, you have done a very, very nice job on the sound of that thing. That's bloody lovely. So then, it looks like the Red Bull, the Flying Bulls are spawned in. They'll be ready to go in about 7 minutes for their display.
Let's go.
Can't lie, I'm very, very hyped for this one. Not to put a dent in the other performances, of course. Every single one of them has been absolutely incredible.
Yeah, been very nice so far. And I think officially we're now over halfway through the display program for today.
You would be correct. Well, we were about 2 displays ago.
Were we? I can't do maths anymore, clearly. Now, what they don't say is I've never been able to do it. But, yeah. The only thing is now, right, I've got about 3 aircraft that are just constantly stuck on my screen because they're spawning aeronautics.
Yeah, got some bad.
Good, if you maybe just rejoin again, that might work, potentially, if you haven't already. Yeah, it does take time, but how long have you been loaded? Yeah, sad.
Yeah, Flyplanes is the master technician when it comes to bad internet, because out of everybody,
Yeah, I'm
not rivaling much.
Don't say it because it'll happen. Don't say it because it'll happen.
That's
I
very
don't want to jinx it.
I have a wooden desk to play.
Yep, same. Oh, he's got the ground. Whee! No plane, but he's got the ground.
That is very good.
Honestly, I don't know what's worse, my internet or his.
It's a tough one.
So Vern's come on here. Nice little, very short knife edge. Oh, it looks like we might have lost Shep there.
Rejoining.
Oh, Oh yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Oh no.
I
Right, there, I guess.
believe return.
Potentially. It's a bit choppy, but
Yeah,
we'll make it work. Why not?
exactly.
Right, in now from the left, it looks like we're going to get a slow speed maneuver. The speed brakes have come out. Tell you what, that livery does look blooming lovely. With the little boomerang on it. It does fit in nicely. So here's your photo opportunity, lads and ladies and others. Right, so up he goes. Kicks the burners on now. Pitching the aircraft up to about 80 degrees nose up by the looks of it. Never mind, they're coming all the way over. Into a half Cuban. So, in for what looks to be a slight straight pass, which will mean kill number 11. Yep, there we go, wonderful. Well, I'm glad I muted that in time. That was probably the loudest sneeze I've done today. Jeez.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. I can't tell if this is my internet being bad or Shep's internet being bad.
Probably mine.
Alright, in for the last manoeuvre now. The growler from the left. Very, very nice there. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the growler's going to return back up to line-up now. And the stage will be set for our next demo. Right, so the airspace is now in the hands of the oh, we've lost Shep again. Yeah, well for him. Really is. Right, so now to hand over to the Red Bull Air Force. Who I believe are rolling. I want to say. Looks like it. Oh, I've got a script for this one as well. Happy days. Right, I know. I don't have to yap then. Right, so I suppose a little bit of info about what we're going to be seeing here, because this is quite different from what we've seen so far today. The Flying Bull Alpha Jets are a stunt team that was created in 2003, and it was formed by, well, extremely skilled aerobatic pilots to showcase the Alpha Jet aircraft. These planes were originally designed for military training. They're still in use quite widely, actually, I believe, over a lot of European air forces as training aircraft. But Red Bull decided, no, we're going to buy them and dump a load of aerobatic stuff on them, because why not? So the team is part of the Greater Flying Bulls, which is an aviation group connected to the Red Bull company, based in Salzburg, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. But now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from behind and left, here are the Flying Bulls in the Dassault Alpha Jets. I do have to say, those liveries are stunning.
And thankfully, we're finally back. Just in time.
Hey, he's here. Right, looks like we got a music skip in order. Right, so now from the right, one of the aircraft will position itself into an invert, and the other one will be levelled. They will commit to a half roll, responding to their rolls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the very mirror pass. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Been AFK for 20 minutes, so just gonna try and join back, but that looks very good from the stream.
So, from the left, it looks like the aircraft has performed a gentle loop at maximum throttle, or is about to, one of the two. Looks like we have a slight internet issue there. Going off of it. Right, this time from the left, we have the shift loop. So the aircraft now pulling up into the vertical. All the way over the top of the loop, keeping that formation very nice and tight. That is not easy to do. And now, any second now, they will hopefully, if I've timed this correctly. No, they won't. Never mind. There we go. Right, so now the two Alpha Jets have separated from each other. And you'll see one of the aircraft heading out behind the crowd. The other one repositioning round. Which one I think it is. Might be. Who knows? But now, ladies and gents, one of the Alpha Jets in from the right, one in from the left. And it's a very low altitude here. Keeping that speed up. The aircraft will come back in towards show centre, crossing into each other and making a loop around the formation. Ladies and gents, this is the carousel. And then because why not, a little bit of negative G on there as well.
It's very well done.
I suppose seeing as we have the X-Red one here,
Yeah.
why don't you give everyone a little bit of an insight of how difficult it is to maintain the formation while they are flying around, and getting these maneuvers done nice and on time.
I definitely say it's more of a challenge. I think doing it in any other game other than Aero is relatively easy, actually, due to the latency. But in Aero, especially, you have to account for so many variables. Not to mention, different Wi-Fi speeds, regions, and everything else, really. So you have to sort of adjust yourself to those conditions, which is quite challenging. And that's just keeping information. Then if you have to pull off certain maneuvers, like for example, when I was with the Red Arrows, we did a lot of Red Arrows unique stuff like tornadoes, which were definitely hard, and banking information, which definitely proved to be a challenge.
Bit of a pain. But there you go, you had a little sneak pass there, ladies and gents, while the other aircraft was performing a high-speed pass there. So yeah, as you can see, the Alpha Jet can move when it wants to. It's quite a nippy little bit of kit. But in for what looks to be the last manoeuvre of the demo, we're going to have a little wing wave. So make sure you give them a wave back in the chat.
You get your cameras ready for this one. Very well kept information, I must say.
Yeah, it is very, very neat. Right, here we go, ladies and gents, from the right for the final manoeuvre. Very nice little wing wave there. So, ladies and gents, just pop a good old wave in the chat, wave back to them. I'm sure they will appreciate it because that was a very, very good demo. It did not disappoint. So, huge props to them.
Yeah. Definitely got to say the amount of coordination you need to execute a duo display like that is ridiculous. So definitely
very,
props to them.
very well done. So the 2 Alpha Jets are going to return to base here. And I believe our next demo is potentially on the ground at Seilam, but I don't know because it's a stealth aircraft.
Are you going to say the specific commentary line?
No, you can do that. You can do that.
Looking back at it now, I think that's definitely one of the best formation loops I've ever seen, full stop.
Yeah, very, very nice. So huge props to the Red Bull odds there. That was very good.
Well, if you're talking about the line for the next aircraft, I could do that as well.
I suppose it would be best to get an American to do it.
I was about to say, yeah.
All right.
If you want to do V line, then you can do V line.
I will do the line.
The one and only line.
I feel like we need to get some like eagle sound effects to play over the music part as it comes back.
What, we got a soundboard?
We don't on the stage, annoyingly, because otherwise I would have been able to get it on.
You see, I'm trying to remember what song they used too to start it. We could go all out on this.
We could go all
We
out.
could do. We could do. Quick, I'll have a very quick Google of F-22 demo team.
I'm doing the same.
Quick.
We've got another 5 minutes anyway until this performance will start.
Yeah.
Finishing ahead of
Yeah, we're
schedule
ahead
at the
of-
moment.
Yeah.
I know, that's a
It's-
rarity for an air show, isn't it?
It was pretty much unstandard whenever it's ours. We try our best.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you that. We're usually not awful with our timings, but
I think there was the usual one where we were like 20 minutes behind schedule, but I forgot which one that was. That was pretty funny though.
so that is another one ticked off the list, which means we unfortunately only have another 4 demos remaining until the end of day 1. Is that really between their ears?
It
Just a-
absolutely is.
Oh no, we're gonna have to put Skrillex on. No.
I'm working on the line. Hold on.
Right, so let's see. Is the F-22 going to get rolling? I hope so.
Oh, I am ready for this.
Apparently he's already airborne. I've got no idea where he is. Who knows? Probably like somewhere.
Looks like he's
Anyone airborne?
rolling now. Yeah.
Ah, rolling. Happy days.
This is gonna be embarrassing.
Brilliant. That's what we like.
Well, if you act like it's going to be embarrassing, then it will be. But if you got the confidence, then you're going to ace it, mate.
Oh my god, yeah, Kyle, I'm not playing that tune. I just realised which one it is. Absolutely not.
Why? That's the one, dude.
I know, but
Nice,
it's
well,
the Samsung My Balls
it's
one.
time.
What?
It's
No, it doesn't
time.
matter.
Okay.
And
Is it
from
that one?
there.
Hold on. Oh yeah, that is the one. Never
Save a
mind.
line. Save a line.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stand up and get ready. I present to you the most feared aircraft in the world today, your United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I think that
Oh,
might be the
dear.
highlight of the air show.
Never again. Never again.
That's aced.
We'll
It
go
aced that.
Probably help if I actually put a track link there, wouldn't it? There we go.
Someone's going to make an Instagram
An
highlight
Instagram
of
edit of that.
like, an Instagram edit. Just Kyle's voice over that background.
That
Oh, yeah.
genuinely is the best bit
I
of
don't
commentary
consent.
we've had today.
Why on earth is Freebird 9 minutes long? What?
It takes like
Righty,
5 minutes
well,
to build up to the main
On
thing.
from the
Come on,
yapping,
man.
we'll talk
Everyone knows
about
that.
a bit of the history of the aircraft. The Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is an American twin-engine, all-weather stealth fighter aircraft developed and produced for the United States Air Force. As a product of oh my god, I can't speak. The
United Air Force.
United Air Force Advanced Tactical Fighter Program. The aircraft was designed as an air superiority fighter, but seems so far to have only shot down balloons.
Now in from the right. A lovely minimum radius turn there. Yeah, Const's not wrong there. The aircraft it killed was a YF-23. Oh dear.
Really showing off the thrust vectoring capabilities and just general maneuverability of this aircraft. It is incredible.
Yeah. Casual, you know.
Oh wow. All in a day's work.
Yeah.
And performed by ease from this aircraft. It would be quite something if he didn't recover from that, but luckily, he completely smashed it.
Well, no, he didn't smash it because he's still in the air. But yeah, quite something. Now at a slight angle along the B axis, with the high speed. Yeah.
Oh, and you may have noticed there something opening on the bottom, completely taken away from the stealth characteristics now of the aircraft, as it reveals the payload that it hasn't brought along.
Oh, I got a lot of taking the mick out of the Americans.
The payload that it could have brought.
Yeah, I do not condone.
It's quite impressive how quickly the thing can turn around, though. But that is thanks to the thrust vectoring of the aircraft, and it's two ever so slightly powerful. Is it F119s? I want to say.
I have no clue, to be honest.
Sorry, Anna. Yeah, it is. Two Pratt the F119 turbofans. Which each produce around £35,000 of freedom when they're in full afterburner. Yeah, proper fall in leaf there. That's not something you see every day. Very cool. So the F-22 has a maximum speed of around Mach 2.25, which roughly translated to freedom units is 1,500 miles an hour. And then at sea level, it can get up to a speed of around 1,400 kilometers an hour. Not an hour. What am I on about? Has combat range of about 460 nautical miles. And of course, it can be refueled by the US Air Force refueling fleet of tankers, including stuff such as the KC-46, KC-135. Sadly, the KC-10's gone, amongst others. But now in from the left. In theory, in from the left. I've lost him. There he is. Yeah, I do actually dread to think how many litres of avgas this thing is consuming in this demo.
Someone mentioned it would be the equivalent of $10,000.
I just read that $10,000
yeah.
in jet fuel is an
That's mad.
astonishing amount.
So far, things burning money.
Right, in terms of the non-classified specs, which we technically know about thanks to Wikipedia, which is, as ever, a reliable source, it is fitted to a radar with a AESA radar which can see up to 150 miles against targets that are close.
Wow,
Oh, man, now.
Well, that was all planned, I would like to say.
I would guarantee that has got his adrenaline flowing.
Oh, that's pretty though, isn't it? Oh.
Want to see that on the stream.
Blimey now.
Wow, that's impressive.
Well, I think we need a change of the old undies there, don't we?
Mm.
Well, Media will have had a field day with that one.
I don't know, what was closer? Charmander at Rat or that?
Ooh, probably that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, having these thrust vectoring capabilities.
Well, yeah. You can just do the most stupid stuff. So, what we know about the different bits and bobs it can carry in that empty payload bay. It has a range. Well, it can carry a range of missiles, including air-to-air and air-to-ground, as well as a few bombs. Because the F-22 is that well-known air-to-ground combat aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
So it can carry up to 6 AIM-120s and a couple of AIM-9s. And in terms of the air-to-ground, it can carry 2 1,000-pounder JDAMs, as well as 2 AIM-120s. Or it can carry 8 250-pounders with the AIM-120s for air-to-air. And it can also carry up to 4 250-pounds with the 4 AIM-120s strapped to it. Because why not? So the aircraft is also fitted with a 20mm M61A2 Vulcan rotary cannon, which has a storage of up to 480 rounds. So, just a couple.
I mean, it's very unlikely that the pilot will have to use that cannon.
Oh no, unless there's a random hot air balloon that decides it wants to disappear over your airspace.
Yeah.
I still find it funny that they gave it its own marking on that. That was quite something. Oh, ladies and gents, can we please welcome Mr. Life into the server?
A goated return of a good person.
Absolutely.
I mentioned that the radar cross section of the F-22 is approximately the size of a marble. So
just
it's
a
quite
little.
insane compared to the aircraft carryover, the
It reminds me of that story of
F-57.
them testing the radar cross section on the F117, and it
Oh
appearing
yeah,
to be
I
the
know,
size
yeah,
of a
yeah.
pigeon. Upon looking up, they see a pigeon perched on top of the aircraft.
That laser pig edit goes hard.
Okay, so can confirm the next demo is ready and waiting. We're going to stick with the theme of America.
Oh, it's a good bit.
Yeah, someone get your guitar out. Come on.
Oh, what a pass.
Right, I've lost it. I've completely lost it. There he is. So in for I don't even know what that is. Emanuda at speed. So I've just turned Freebird up.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. So the burners come on again. Probably able to give you a view of the immense power of the F-119s that the aircraft has fitted to it. I don't know why I keep trying to look at the map to try and find where he is. It's not going to show up. Well, I need to think of another like Raptor tune that I can put on in the meantime. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to put that one on because I'll get shot if I put it on. Instead, we can have. Oh, hello. We seem to be lagging. Well, I think Wagger on the way. Ladies and gents, a round of applause for the United States Air Force F-22 Raptor. Is now going to be returning back to Seilam. And we will be getting the next aircraft to roll in pretty much straight away because he's already airborne. Sticking with the theme of US assets, we have the Hornet demo team.
It's quite funny trying to track where the F-22 was on the map. Then I realized it wasn't on the map.
Oh, well, we were going to get it at some point, weren't we?
I was going to say, I wonder what this song could be. Truly is a goated one.
Here we go.
I've been asked to put it on shuffle, so yeah, there you go.
Do you
Full-time
believe
commentator,
he's
part-time DJ.
Yeah, exactly.
approaching from the back?
Right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, from the rear, we have the United States Navy FA-18 Hornets. So, as you might have just been able to see, the Hornet that we have here is painted in the triple sticks livery. It's a designation of one of the several specially painted rhinos from the Vampire Squadron, which is based out of Naval Air Station China Lake. He's tasked with evaluating future aircraft and the weapon systems for the US Navy. And their resume includes the Block 3 Super Hornets, F-35, and the AIM 147 seen on the triple sticks. Apparently, according to NATO, this is one of the most painful aircraft to paint. The stars still look awful, but the livery keeps on breaking. And in brackets, we have a full "screw you, Roblox" impression. Yeah, about average for NATO. Isn't it? So from the right here at 700 feet in the slow speed config, a nice little flight opportunity. Yeah, playlist is on shuffle. I'm just not quite going to skip it just yet. Right in from the right at speed this time. With a mild lag spike in the middle of it, just a good measure. As now it pulls the aircraft up. I did forget how long the Top Gun intro was. That's quite an aggressive sight. I've got a Hornet literally staring me down. So from the left this time. We have a very nice high speed pull away from the crowd. Oh, we already heard this. I don't know, Nato. It's on your playlist. That's what you gave me, so. It's yeah, that's that song. Oh dear. Oh, Carl made it right. Well, we know all who to blame then. Everyone blame Kyle in the chat. Right, so in from the right now, we have what seems to be another slow pass. We take a wee bit of dirty config. It looks like we are. So the Hornet, which you see here, is in full dirty config. So that's gears down, tail hook out. Really get a sort of sense of what it's going to be like on an operational mission with all the missiles and what have you attached to it.
We've had this already now.
Yeah, we have, haven't we?
Oh wow,
Also,
that rumble
this
as
one as
well.
well. There we go. We're not having this one. If you are flying into Seilam, then please do so in another server. If you're already at Seilam, spawn in an aeronautic and you will be teleported to the beach. Right, so our next display item in about 10 minutes' time is going to be courtesy of the Royal Air Force with the F-35 roll demo. And then there was two. Well, I say two slots, one demo. To close out the show with the last half an hour, we're going to be handing it over to the Wingman Air Group with a lot of different bits and bobs. So, in from the left, we have a nice inverted pass here. So I suppose a little bit about the Super Hornet while we're here. The FA-18E and F, the E variant, which we see here, It's essentially an upgraded version of the Legacy Hornets, which were produced for the US, Australia, and Kuwait, amongst a few others. The FA-18E single seat and F tandem seat variants are a bit larger and a bit more advanced from their predecessors, C and D. We, I believe, are going to see some more Hornets in the next demo. Well, I'll say the next, in the last demo. I'm not sure what variant we are going to see. But in from the right here, we have another slow speed maneuver. So you might be able to get some photos this time. I think that was an attempt at a Cobra. Potentially. Who knows? So try not to stall it next time, I guess. Right, so the Super Hornet entered it in 2001 with the United States Navy. And pretty much took over from the F-14 Tomcat, which we saw earlier on today. So the F-18E and F have been used extensively in combat operations in the Middle East, including Afghanistan, Iraq, and against the Islamic State and Assad-aligned forces in Syria. The Royal Australian Air Force, which operated the F-18A as its main jet since 1984, ordered the F in 2007 to replace the aging F-111s, which still is absolutely criminal. But, oh well, can't win them all, can we? Now, funnily enough, the prototype aircraft, that being the YF-17, which we saw at Aerocross this year in part of the 50th anniversary celebrations, I'd say, turned 50 last year, so even with the aircraft being quite modern and designed in like the early 2000s, it is still based on quite the retro airframe. Anyway, in from the right, a very nice knife edge. Lovely stuff. Right, so apparently we're going to get another Cobra attempt here. So in that speed here. Oh, very nice. Right, ladies and gents, that is it for the Super Hornet demo there from the US Navy. So I think another round of applause in the chat is in order. And I believe our next aircraft is holding short at the runway, so we'll be getting him airborne any second now. Probably should have let that one play out, but oh well. Right, so our next demo here is going to be coming to us courtesy of the Royal Air Force. With the F-35B Lightning II roll demo. So then, if anyone can spot him, do let me know, because I have no idea where he is. Shep, you got eyes on him, or
At the
anyone?
moment, I do not.
Apparently, just departed heading yours way. Okay. Who knows?
Oh, I hear a fighter jet.
Ah, there we are. All right, ladies and gents, to the south. All right then, so the F-35 Lightning II, as you more than likely know by this point, is a single-seat 5th-gen multi-role combat aircraft, which was developed by Lockheed Martin, with contributions from BAE Systems and Northrop Grumman. The aircraft has 3 variants, the A, B and C, and in this version that we see here is the Bravo variant, which is a short takeoff and vertical landing aircraft. So the aircraft is a development from the X-35, which in 2001 won the Joint Strike Fighter program, which would replace the F-16 and F-18s, and also as well as the Harriers, which is an absolute war crime in my opinion, but oh well. Its development is principally funded by the US, with additional funding from other countries in NATO and close US allies. As of July 2024, however, the average flyaway cost per plane is about $82 million for an A, 109 for the B, and 102.1 for the C. The F-35 first flew in 2006, entered service with the USMC with the Bravo variant in 2015, and followed with the Air Force with the Alpha variant in 2019, and the Navy in... I just said 2019 twice there, didn't I? Who knows? So, the aircraft we see here is operated by 617 Squadron, aka the Dam Busters, and it is based out of RAF Marham. So, Shep, do you want to give us a little bit more info about the F-35's role with the Royal Air Force and a bit about 617 Squadron, or?
I very much can do. So, its role in the
That's
RAF,
amazing,
the
eh?
F-35 is used as a strike variant within the RAF. Oh wow, someone doesn't like the F-35 evidently, it exploded.
Splash one, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. So yeah, it's used as a strike variant within the RAF, based at RAF Marham. The F-35s are currently operated by 217 and 617 Dam Busters Squadron, which are the F-35's frontline squadrons within the RAF. Now, however, it is also operated by 6 Royal Air Force police and security squadrons, which is based, again, at RMR. With the, I don't know that number, XVII, someone could work that out for me, Test and Evaluation Squadron, which is based at Edwards Air Force Base. However, Britain's F-35 fleet is currently operated by the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy, which means that F-35 pilots must also learn to operate on Queen Elizabeth class carriers. Given this, Britain only operates the F-35B variant of the aircraft.
Right, so in at slow speed here, coming into the hover. So that's one
this
of the
is
key
definitely
things
my
about
favorite
Bravo
part of
variant
the
is it
F-35.
can hover. Now turns the aircraft towards the crowd. Back away, giving you a view of the side profile. And I have very good news. WAG are all spawned in. Oh my god, I can see a sea of aircraft. Yes.
All right, look at that. Let's see. I think
Oh yeah, somebody
early,
tells me Wagger
probably
spawned
like
in.
summer
Yeah,
2024.
potentially.
I got to see the F-35 in person.
It's pretty impressive that
Do
aircraft
these,
can just
of course,
stop
hover
mid-air
turns and stuff.
and just turn
Um,
around and face you.
it's actually an amazing thing to see. I went to, I think, all 3 days of the F-35 coming to my city. And the best thing for me, to be honest, for the F-35 probably would have been on his entrance and towards, because well, no, it was 4 days they did it, but I went for 3. The second day, I stayed home, and the way how they entered to start off their display flew right over my house. So, like, you could hear like a slight whistle,
7 now.
like
In
like a fainted like
from
howl,
somewhere. There we
and
are.
then as it gets closer and then it passes you, just feel like
Coming
you
around with
can just
min
feel the
radius turn
ground
here by the
shaking.
looks of it.
And it's like so amazing.
Bringing it up over the top.
I believe the F-35's engines are one of the most powerful so far.
Not even about
Um,
there.
the what's it called again? I think it's called like the something 135. I can't remember what the engine is called. Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing, man, to see the F-35 do its thing. But yeah, wingmen, the WAG is going to be after this demo, I believe, and I will be closing off at the 30 minute past this hour.
Right, so in inverted now. Very nice. Right, good news as well. Shep, we aren't going to have to talk for the next demo because they've got a commentator.
Happy days.
Hooray! Good, because I can go down and fill me water up then. Absolute tune, by the way.
Oh yes.
Shep, are we able to get a refuel if that's alright on him?
We will be able to. As if I can figure out a username.
I believe it's Oxide Control, I want to say.
Zoom back into the F-35 there. Let's see. 1 second.
Right, so
All right.
good news.
So, we're getting them talk real quick before I
We are
continue.
about ready for our next demo, seeing as the F-35 has left the airspace. So I'm going to bring up the one and only Punisher onto the stage.
Right. Or has it left?
If he's ready. Nice.
No, there we go, yeah.
Maybe. There he is.
The F-35 is
Alrighty,
definitely
welcome,
one of my
Punisher. We will
favorite
hand it
fighter
over to you.
jets so far. Of course, most people
RTT's
do
connected.
like the F-22 more. I do like the F-22.
Or is that
There's
just
just
me?
something about the
Probably just
F-35.
me.
It doesn't really matter what
Yeah,
model
not
it
Marley.
is, like the
Alright,
A, B, or
good.
C. I
Here
just
we
like the
go.
F-35.
Hello.
But we're
Hello.
going to get it over to Punisher as he narrate for the Wingman Air
Please
Group.
do hold
Right.
on as I am personally trying to get into game.
You're all good, mate. You're all good.
So we're going to see if we can spot them. We spot, I believe, 2 of them so far. The rest is blocked by the trees, so we're going to wait until they get on their roll. We're just looking around to find if we can see any others, but we only see 2 at the moment. So far, they're the first set we've seen from looking over here, because every other aircraft was behind the trees. So I'm guessing it's a lot of them today. You'll never know what to expect from the Wingman Air Group, of course, because they always have something new for us. So we'll see what they bring to the Seilam Airshow today.
Right, so we've got a couple minutes before the final demo of day 1 here at the Seilam International Airshow. So I suppose I may as well ask, what has been everyone's favourite show? Well,
And then F-35 coming in from the demo.
What's yours?
That is a very good question.
I guess we do bring back that question up to
there's been so
the
many
chat
good
as
ones.
well. You can type in the chat what has been your favorite demo so far, since we are closing in towards the last demo.
I think I might have to wait till the
So you
end
can
of the
type in the
show
chat,
to
let us
fully
know what
decide.
your favorite demo is. Wingman Air Group patiently waiting there.
Oh, he's here. He's in the server. Hooray. Right, so our very last demo of the day is going to be courtesy of the ever amazing Wingman Air Group. Fingers crossed Punisher can get spawned in any second. And we will hand it over to him. Conzo's being aggressively stared at, apparently. Interesting. Who knows? Alright, just a reminder about the media competition that's going on. Shep, do you want to give them the details again?
The details of
The best photo thing, question mark?
Oh, best photo thing, of course, yeah. So, very simply, we are going to be having a photo competition from the 2 days at the air show. More information will be announced about this probably tomorrow near the start of the show or at the end of the show today or later on in the evening. Very simply, you will be able to submit 2 photos that you have taken during the show. From there, we'll put it to an anonymous vote of the public of who thinks what the best photo is. From there, the winner, it's an undecided amount. I did say 2 million earlier, but I might dumb that down and have a top 3 and split it between them. Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, sounds good. So, yeah, we'll get that confirmed to you by the start of tomorrow's show. All the details will be in the announcements channel, as is with everything else. Right, Punisher, are we all set? All good to go? I hope so.
Hold on, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, as my internet is not really cooperating that well with me right now.
Doing to me. He's doing to me.
Few seconds left till my loading finishes.
Hey.
But nevertheless, the Wingman Air Group is actually already set at Salem Airport. They have been practicing for about 2 full weeks. So they are definitely ready to give everybody a wonderful show.
All right, let's see what Wigman Air Group brings to the table. Let's go.
So what's going to be happening is that here in day 1, they will be demonstrating their acrobatic featuring the F-18 Roosters, the F-15 Crimson Comets, and our AWACS Mandogs. Tomorrow, you will be seeing a capability demonstration where our Wingman Air Group will be in action trying to do a hostage rescue on a yacht. So that is something that we should all be looking forward to.
Well, that is something very different from what we've seen so far. So that will be very cool for day 2. Can't wait to see that, and I'm sure the other lads on
Yeah,
the
just
stage
like they
can't
said,
either.
you can never know what to expect from Wingman Air Group. They will always come with something new, and I'm definitely excited to see the what's the word? I'm trying to find the word. Give me a sec. The demonstration of how they would, of course, do that rescue.
It's a good thing we're on the last slot in it, Punisher, because otherwise someone would be complaining to me by now.
Yep, I know that. We said we asked for 30 minutes, but do not worry, as we will not be taking the entire 30 minutes.
Yeah, I can go and have some
Our
pop
original
sweets earlier.
plan was that the first 15 minutes of this agenda would be the capability demonstration, and the other 15 minutes an the aerobatic demonstration. But we decided to cut it short instead.
Got a lot of audience retention, haven't you? I suppose I ought to get the playlist up. Might be a good thing. So when we do get wrong, right, it looks like some people are getting airborne. Well, someone's flying in the water. Okay. Right, ladies and gents, if you look off to your left, you'll be able to see what we've got there. Looks like some E2s. Very nice. Just positioning.
As Fly figures out directioning as all of the crowd look the wrong way.
Am I bloody? Oh my god! Yeah, I did say left. I'll try that again. Look north. There we go. That's better. Oh dear. Long day. Long day.
Once again, we get Fly misleading us, so we should look to the left. But hey, it's all good. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, has worked very hard for this moment, and I'm probably sure that we are now leading into the tiredness of the day. It is very late for people in Europe at the moment. So, hey,
Any luck
pronto
on
to
the
them
old
for staying out
loading
so
the
late.
Punisher, or this game being game? Yeah, Beans, the link to the YouTube stream is located in the announcements channel, so if you would like to watch it on there, I will just quickly say hi to the TJ lads. They've no doubt been doing an amazing job, as always. So, huge thanks to
And
those
then off
lads.
to our right here, just going to zoom in. We have two E2Ds coming in. Around 330 knots approximately off to our right there. And yeah, we're going to be preparing ourselves for them. Currently climbed up to 1,000 feet. There they go. One's lagging behind there.
Uh-oh. Looks like we lost the Punisher. But anyway, in from the right of the crowd.
A feature on the E2 that I do like, though, is, of course, the ability to, of course, fold the swing back, of course, to save space when they're on carriers. And, of course, everyone loves planes with, like, the big radar on top. Of the aircraft that I know of, those would be, of course, like the E3.
All right, my apologies for that. As
the
I said a while
Japanese,
ago, my internet is not really coordinating. But
what was it, the E767? That's an arrow.
Gentlemen, may we present the Wingman Air Group.
Let me see. I think those two. Oh, those are two. Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3. This one, the E3, the E767. I believe there's probably a few more, but I can't remember right now. But yeah, and of course, like without the spinning right now, there's others out there that I really like as well, including the Area, which is a Saab's Area, the Global Eye, which is merger between Saab and Bombardier, if I'm correct. And Area, the Global Eye, we have Fire here. Oh my god.
How the hell has he exploded then? Well,
I believe aeronauticans are exploding and
standard
other
spectator
things.
activities, I guess.
But if we pan over, I do hear the engines of fighter jets rolling out of Salem there.
Apologies for that. The game exploded me because of the immense lag that I.
I love it. Gotta love it, ain't you? Just try get spawned in an aeronautica, maybe that might potentially work a bit better. Oh dear.
So then we have the E2s coming back in again.
Right, so in the meantime, from the north again. I think I've got the direction right this time, chap. Two E2 Hawkeyes heading directly towards us again.
Look at those. You know, have the capability of doing the same job as like other AWACS, but perfect size for carriers. Leave some carriers are able to carry a decent amount.
Is one of several AWACS units that we have in the Wingman Air Group. This one comes from our naval assets and go in pair with our carrier-capable aircraft, such as the F-18s and the F-35s. These aircrafts are responsible for monitoring the skies, making sure that
And here we
our
go. The 14. Wait, no,
flyboys
wrong
do
aircraft.
not
Let me see.
encounter
We can zoom in.
any enemy resistance.
15s, not 14s. I'm slow.
And ladies and gentlemen, what just flew over you? May we please welcome the Crimson Comets. The Crimson Comets are our display aircraft that are composed of F-15Cs and
Oh, we might have lost him again. I hope not. Yes, we have. All right. Amazing. So, in the meantime, I guess I'm going to just
sometimes
take
we
this on mine.
occasionally use the F-15.
And Damien in the chat would like to keep things a bit more moderate, not. And what should I say? Trying to find the right word. Just been not
looks like
Sad
too.
leaving, but sadly, I'm
Yeah,
going to have to call it a day due to the circumstances.
So
But
we're just gonna have to
as I want to say, thank you everyone
remove
for attending.
that
Thank you to all
for
the
a bit.
performance, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow, sir.
Yeah,
Take
thank you
care.
very much.
Likewise.
Right now, in from
So
the
Shep's
left,
leaving at the
we have
moment,
the
but
2E2
we're still going to
Hawkeyes
close in,
in
of
very
course,
nice and tight formation, as always.
on the 30-minute marker of the hour.
And then coming in from the right with the quite hard to miss red smoke, we have the 3 aircraft of the Crimson Comets. So as Punisher was trying to say before internet moment, the Crimson Comets today using the F-15C Eagles, forming a very, very nice formation loop over the top here. And exiting out the loop at the bottom, very nice. And now coming in from the rear, we have the Roosters, I would say. If I've got that correct, probably not. Who knows? Okay, so it looks like we have the Black Roosters positioning around to the north to head back towards us. Same with the Crimson Comets from the west this time.
And ladies and gentlemen, approaching in a diamond formation to your right. Smoke comes on for the Roosters.
And as well from the central, the smoke comes on for the Crimson Comets. So it looks like we're going to get a sort of joint maneuver here. So this is going to be interesting. So the Comets break off, leaving show centre to the Black Roosters here. And you can see two of the Super Hornets actually inverted here, which is very nice. And then they eventually roll out, join back in with the formation in perfect synchronization. I can't say that word. You get what I'm trying to say, though. Right, turning in again, 1 from the north, 2 from the south.
Just 1 right, 1 left, yeah. No, 2 left.
2 left, yeah. And also looks like the Black Roosters are also heading in as well.
Well, that's quite the manoeuvre.
Ladies and gentlemen, smoke goes on the Crimson Comets off to your left and off to your right. And if you
It's a good
follow the
merge from
aircraft
the...
from right to left, you'll see the smoke also coming on and trailing from the Black Roosters in the Growlers and Super Hornets.
Yeah, nice synchro roll.
Synchronized roll there. Very lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Right, here we go. The Crimson Comets here once again. With the 2 in from the north, 1 in from the south. With the Black Roosters trailing just behind them. And the Crimson Comets moving off out to the west to form back up into their nice trio formation.
See the Roosters are forming in pairs.
Yeah, looks like we've got a sort of mini refueling demo here, which is very cool. The 2 Super Hornets trailing with the buddy refueling system. And the Growlers simulating connecting up to that and getting a little bit of fuel off them. Very nice. So both groups heading south now. I'll say that as soon as they start turning right. Typical.
Believe they're all gathering up in formation again.
Hello, Greg. Welcome to the chat. I believe I remember you from a few streams ago.
I can hear myself. What was?
At this routine, you can definitely see that there's been a lot of coordination going back and forth.
Yeah, 100%. So I suppose a little bit about the Wingman Air group. Yeah, are you able to give a little bit of info on the group?
Well, I do believe the group is around 2 to 3 years old now. They've definitely been one of the very first groups to sort of integrate formation flying, and the main group you really focus on military operations.
Oh, and here from the left, it's sort of tornado-esque maneuver that you'd see from the Red Arrows. Very nice.
That's pretty impressive to pull that off, to be honest.
And now in from the west, directly in front of you, the 4 Black Roosters. You barely see them until smoke comes on there. There you go. So let's see what we have here. So the aircraft pulling up. Oh, and a very nice
Game is definitely
arm
struggling
split.
with all the people
Very
and
nice.
things here today. All right, and then off to our right there, off in the distance, I can see a bit of them slowly creeping in there. And here they come from our right. Currently sitting around 700 feet there. Coming
Yeah,
in, red
Wingman obviously
smokes
are a group
on.
in maintaining the most professional terms when it comes to US military air ops. Obviously they are a fictional group, but they heavily do base themselves on the US Air Force and Navy.
Right, so we have one of the Black Roasters coming in here from either direction. Perfectly in the middle here. Okay, that's pretty cool.
It's very well coordinated, I must say.
Beautiful. It was a bit. There was a lot there to pick up, guys. But yeah, we had
the heads in.
18s.
It's very
and did
unusual
that,
to have two
crossover,
separate groups
while
displaying
the
two separate stuff at the
16
same time, which is quite interesting.
Cool, eh?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
around this time, when we would love to have the rest of our team, but unfortunately we are unlimited today. Hopefully we'll be able to have more cameras, more angles, and definitely for the wingman we're gonna need more. So yeah, but shout out to of course my team, of course, definitely Kev for being here with us
And
today.
looks like the groups are just
Very
reforming
much
north and south
appreciate him.
of the city, and then they'll be rolling in for their next little bit.
My very fully blanked out aeronautican standing here. But as we have both groups separating off from the left and the right, and we're just gonna wait a bit until they turn back around to resequence.
Right then, so in from the south and in from the north, we have both of the groups running in what looks to be directly towards each other again, which is fun.
I would say it's starting to get a bit repetitive, but at the same time, they have done something different every time they've met. So, just curious to see what's going to happen.
Well, smoke comes on from the Crimson Comets. I'm not sure if it's action on the Black Roosters yet. Don't think it is. And then the Crimson Comets start splitting off. All right, and now to the north, the Black Roosters running in.
Do you believe it's some sort of sign-off gesture?
Looks it. First of all, it was a missing man, but thought I'll hang it a second just in case it's not, and sure enough, it wasn't.
Mm.
But the spacing on that was pretty much perfect. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, just look on the map. It's as good as you can get.
And the only way I really recognised it was doing it with my own group, but like looks a bit familiar. But it depends if they are going to head back or whether they are.
Yeah, let's have a look. It looks like they're heading towards the airfield, so more than likely. But for one last pass from left here, one of the Black Roosters.
Yeah, that roll. I think he did break Mark 1 there, which was
He did.
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
I mean, the Aeronauticans don't really have ears anyway, so can't really hear.
Not wrong.
No, it's no biggie.
Right then, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that is day one officially done and dusted. I think a very large round of applause is in order for the Wingman demo there. That was very, very good. So, huge congrats to everyone who performed today over 3 and a bit hours that we've been here. And I need some cough sweets because holy crap, my voice is about to die.
You reckon it's fine if the crowd can go for a swim?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not going to be held responsible for picking you all up in the boat, but yeah, day one done and dusted, folks. Thank you very much for attending, and we hope to see you this time again. Well, by this time again tomorrow will be even more amazing. But see you tomorrow. No, you can't get on my boat. Oh my god,
Oh,
there's
horde.
a sea of aeronauticans. Great, go, 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 go!
So I think it still has Shep still changed
Oh
the
no,
speed of
no, he
Oh,
turned it
he's
off.
removed it. Damn it.
Oh, I can't do the 200 knot boat.
That's pretty funny. Still outruns us.
Oh dear.
To be honest, I think someone's catching up to you. Yeah, if I haven't said already, do give TJ Aviation a massive, massive subscription on his YouTube live stream, and he's done an absolutely amazing job in terms of providing the media for today's show.
Yeah. MZ and Kev, if you are listening, both of you, legends.
Mhm.
To all of the performers as well, thank you very much for coming along. And well, to all the spectators as well, to all you guys who stayed for way too long when you could have been doing something actually nice on your Saturday night. But yeah, we will see you all again tomorrow for more totally amazing fun. Right, I'm going to leave it on one certain tune, and we'll close the stage afterwards. Me when Rally edit.
Mm. Are we doing a debrief or?
No, can't be bothered.
All right.
Right, I suppose we'll leave it on me clobbering cons, and then, yeah.
Yeah, do a quick bye-bye. Quick, yeah, farewell flyby because I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be at school.
Oh, fun. School on a Sunday.
Well, no, I'll be prepping for school.
Oh, right, yeah.
One red arrows fly over, you're gonna get all year, to be honest.
Oh, brilliant. Uh-oh. I see an F-18 rapidly approaching.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I can see loads of things, actually.
it has absolute pleasure streaming the 2025 Seilam Airshow. I'd like to thank everyone that came out today for the show, came out for the stream, and came out just to have a great time. We have Colton Aviation here, doing a mix of dropping fiber charge and picking up water. What? Okay.
Oh dear. Right, ladies and gents.
Alright,
Thank you very much for attending.
thank you for
We will see you
tuning in.
tomorrow.
It's been an amazing time
Have a
today. We'll see you on day 2.
obsessive.
I do have to rush out the habitat now, so I will talk to you guys later. After the music is done, the stream will end, and you guys have a great day.